Salespeople have to understand if they're going to be a great salesperson, there are certain key elements they have to do. The first one is prospecting. They need to have a prospecting method. They need to have more prospects on a regular basis than they're ever going to call on. That way they have a tremendous amount of confidence. The second thing they need to have is a lot of activity. On a daily basis, they need to be making phone calls. They need to be asking for those referrals, and they need to be talking to people, if nothing else, following up with them. And the third area is the follow-up, which I mentioned, which is staying in touch with customers on a regular basis. What I find working with salespeople, especially in the real estate field, they have a difficult time finding those prospects. But if you can find the prospects, if you have a method for doing that, you'll never have a problem. Matter of fact, a man that I worked with one time said, "I'd rather be a master prospector than the wizard of speech and have no one to tell my story to." So the key in being successful in sales is asking for prospects. But it's not just asking who do you know that wants to buy from me. It's a matter of asking situations of the type of people you might be talking to. For instance, in the real estate field, you might want to ask, who do you know that has a friend that just moved? Who do you know that's been living in their house for 20 years? That doesn't mean they're ready to buy or ready to sell, but it does mean those are the type of people would be most likely to do business with you. Puratos Principle is the 80-20 rule that says that 80% of the business is done by 20% of the people, or 80% of what you do is done in 20% of the time, and that goes along with time management and also my concept of CCDA, which is correct, consistent daily activity. If you can figure out the right things to do and you focus on them on a regular basis, you'll be doing the right things every day and be getting more done in that 20%. Most people go through life not knowing what they want. The key is knowing exactly what results you want. Now that's not general, it's not I'd like to make as much money as I can. You need to know exactly what you want, because once that happens, your mind goes into overdrive. It begins to attract to you what you want to have. Our mind is a mental magnet. So if you want to make exactly $100,000 a year, what happens, you focus on that. You tell yourself that. You have it written someplace. One of the suggestions I make to clients is get yourself some Post-it notes and write on that Post-it note exactly what you want. Let's just say it's $100,000 to make a nice round number. You write that on the Post-it note. You put it on your bathroom mirror, on the refrigerator, on the TV, on the dash of your car, in your wallet or purse. You see this number all the time, because what happens, your mind begins to find out ways to make those things happen. You become more creative. You're giving your mind something to focus on, and it gives back to you what you need to be creative to make those things happen. The best advice salespeople can get toward becoming successful is do what you have to do. It goes back to the Nike slogan, just do it. Well, figure out what you have to do on a daily basis. Do the activity. Now, there's a lot of things we can do in sales. We can work on our sales skills. We can work on our product knowledge, and all of those are important. But the key element is attitude. Attitudes are habits of thought. If we focus on having the right kind of attitudes, we begin to attract to ourselves what we want to accomplish. If we have nothing but negative attitudes, we attract negative information. By focusing on what we want, not what we don't want, is the best way to achieve anything in life.